Alright, what's going on, everybody? So if you guys haven't seen, Wanderlei Silva got absolutely sparked out after his fight in Brazil. Now, if I just said that basically could be the video over because we all see what happened. But I haven't seen a lot of people give the context of what happened in the fight and why the brawl actually happened. So what I'm going to be doing is breaking down the fight, breaking down what caused the fight, and ultimately why this brawl happened and if Wanderlei deserved it or not. But real quick, before I get into the video, 95% of you guys aren't subscribed, so if you like boxing, Misfits boxing, or UFC content, I post 2 to 4 times a week on this channel at least, so make sure you guys subscribe. I appreciate you. So Brazil has apparently been getting into crossover boxing since like 2022 because names like Whindersson Nunes and a beautiful and badass Julie Polka, God, she's fine. I got a little sidetracked, but it seems like they've been getting into crossover boxing because they've made names for themselves in Misfits. And apparently Wanderlei Silva thinks it's a great idea to fight at 49 years old. And, well, to be fair to him, it was supposed to be Vitor Belfort before he had to pull out from an injury. And the backup opponent ended up being a former 2-division world champion, Acelino Freitas. Like, they were asking for things to go down south. And before the fight, Wanderlei weighed in 44 pounds more than Acelino, by the way. So, OG Paul's going to beat Tank Davis because of weight. Shut up. Just saying, dumbasses. And I know that's a bit of a sidetrack, but I'll shit on that Bradley Martin mindset every single day of the week if you give me the opportunity to. It seems like that was Wanderlei's game plan because right off the rip, he just walked forward sloppily, just ran forward trying to oppose his will, sticking his head in front, which ended up being a problem later, which we'll definitely get to. And Acelino was able to just circle out, keep his composure, clinch, and he was able to just work his jab, get Wanderlei back, and just unload on him against the ropes. He was just way more technical, and that's all that really matters. And Wanderlei isn't really the best defensive fighter. He tends to just do that Homer Simpson defense, which is not great in boxing. I'll tell you that right now. But there were some points where Wanderlei did have some success, but he was getting light up for the most part. And whenever he would have the success where he would just sloppily run forward and push him into the ropes, he would just unload combinations, and then he would just ruin it by throwing his head into his opponent's jaw because he was getting frustrated about getting clinched. They gave him multiple warnings. They even took point away from him multiple times, said, hey, if you're going to keep doing, that's it. But this isn't, and that's the thing. These aren't even like the headbutts where like, oh, he's just like trying to overexert himself and trying to get inside and he's accidentally headbutting him. No, he was actively driving his head into him, trying to hurt his opponent. And he didn't care about the points getting taken away. He didn't care about getting warned. He just constantly did it because he probably just has a lack of self-control, which is pretty upsetting when you're 49 years old. So, of course, he ended up getting disqualified and that was it. And before I talk about the brawl, besides the small flurries where Wanderlei had some success pushing him back and unleashing like relentless punches, he just ruined it for himself every single time. Besides that, he was getting boxed up. Acelino didn't look great. He's just been doing these exhibition crossover fights since 2022 after he retired. He's just not as sharp as he used to be. I'm sure he was way more sharp in his prime because 41-2 is a very, very good record. But he was just boxing up Wanderlei, and Wanderlei knew he was going to lose, so he chose to do this extra stuff. I don't know if he didn't think he was going to get disqualified. I don't know. But he did, and he ruined it for himself. And, of course, this is what ended up causing the brawl. Right after the fight, the corner instantly went in the ring, started calling and pointing at Wanderlei Silva. So Wanderlei Silva's corner, I guess he gets the behavior from something, just instantly starts ambushing the other corner, and in the mix of it all, Wanderlei gets his shit chinned. And here's a clip of what Wanderlei had to say about this incident the day after it happened.
Montar meu olho, mas como eu tô com muita dor de cabeça, eu vou realizar novos exames aqui em Curitiba para poder identificar o que, se eu tive alguma lesão mais grave na cabeça ou não. E esse foi o estrago causado ontem, olha aí. Obrigado, pessoal, pela torcida, obrigado por todas as mensagens. Realmente vocês são maravilhosos. É muito bom poder contar com os amigos nessas horas, tá? Valeu, pessoal.
Yeah, that was real wholesome, Wanderlei. But anyways, it's really hard to feel bad for him because his corner and him started all of this. Even if you, like, of course, I do not condone assaulting somebody after a fight. But when you're corner and you start it, it's kind of hard to feel bad for you after the fact. Of course, it's not right to knock somebody out unconscious after a fight, bare knuckle. That is a brutal injury to his eye and nose. That's about as brutal as it gets from one punch. The guy just landed on his eye and his nose. That's just very unlucky for Wanderlei, but he really shouldn't have gone in there doing dirty boxing tactics. Not even boxing at that point. Even some of the punches, he looked like he was turning over an elbow. I don't want to sit here and say it for sure, but it looked like it a little bit. You can't do stuff like that and expect people to feel bad for you afterwards. That's just ridiculous in my opinion. If that guy, Ace Lino, got knocked out by one of your headbutts, I don't think you would be feeling bad for him. So it's kind of hard to feel bad. And of course, I don't condone assault. I'm going to say it 5 times so YouTube doesn't get on my ass. But it's just hard to feel bad for him. He started this. He really just did. And his corner attacked first. So you really could just throw it up to self-defense. I think more than anything, I think this should be a sign for Wanderlei to retire and stop doing these fights. He's already very erratic, as you can see. He has always been that type of guy. It's just kind of concerning to seeing that lack of self-control at 49 years old. It just is. And the amount of brain damage he's taken, it's scary. Like, I hope he doesn't end up doing something stupid down the road, because he just tends to be a bit violent, I feel like. So I hope that he sees this opportunity to be like, you know what? I need to chill out. I'm 49. I'm past my prime. I don't need to be the axe murderer anymore. I don't need to be this badass. I could just chill out. I got a family. I got money. I could just relax. So hopefully he takes that approach and he just goes into retirement. That's my take on the whole situation. And hopefully he doesn't have any serious head injuries from the incident, of course. All right, and now is the full context in my breakdown of the Wanderlei Silva brawl. Now, that was chaos, and we don't want to see that after fights. We really don't. But yeah, man, make sure you guys subscribe, turn on notifications, all that, if you feel like this channel is your cup of tea. I cover UFC, boxing, combat sports, all that, so make sure you guys subscribe. I'm still a small channel trying to grow, so literally every single interaction matters, so you're doing something. You know what I mean? And yeah, man, that's all I had to say about that today. Thank you guys for listening to me yap like usual. God bless every single one of you. And peace out.
I think regular show and stuff.
What's your favorite song?
Oh, and I can't explain that. I love music.
You love all kinds of music?
Yes, but except for hip hop. Well,
You don't like hip hop?
no, not too much.
You know I've been rapping, I all be practicing, I'm hopping on top of the game. I'm spitting the fire, my phone, the light, your months, they call me Kane. Get people to talking about I'm a walkers, I do not fuck with lames. People say hating them lyrical saying, cause Mo's igniting the flames.
Sign that pill, the pressure give you lecture when you sign that deal. World stand still, the devil offers something where you take that skill. Shit get real, and the pussy dropping, going in like Batman. I don't need a shorty came right over and she backed up. Now we moving cause I'm fucking raised in the bathtub. Crazy how the fucking only started with a back rub. Now we in the city fucking dancing in the sack love.
You steady fucking switching, stay up in your fucking lane. And shorty super soaker, I can hit your ass for range. Shorty doing ass and you knowing where it's going. Steady sipping codeine, yeah, you knowing in my potion.